Hey everyone, David Sparrow here, and welcome to another video. But today we're going to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to do a top 8 list of Indiana's top attractions. And when you think Indiana, I'm pretty sure you probably think of sports, motor speedways that Indiana is well known for. I mean, we got the Colts, we got the 500 over here. But today we're going to kind of change from that, and we're going to look at some other attractions that draw people from around other parts of the U.S. Anywhere from giant hulking sand dunes in the north to anywhere to the south with great wilderness and great outdoor stuff. And then to the east and west, we got kind of the middle area of everything. Today we're just going to mention the top 8 that people love to visit and love to come to Indiana to see. So, with all ado, how if we just start? Let's start with the first one. To start off our list, we have the Spirit of Jasper, which is an old train that's been around for ages. It's been here, I think, since like the 1700s. Try to look it up, it's kind of hit and miss with 1700s and 1800s, but they have fully remade this train. They have fully restored it back to its glory with modern essentials in it. And nowadays you can get rides over to the French Lick Hotel and Resort, or you can just go out for a summertime evening roundabout train ride and have dinner on it. You can converse on it, you can meet people there, talk to them, see the beautiful countrysides of the southern part of Indiana. It's actually a really beautiful train. So I suggest that if you want to see this one, you can check out their link below. Everything you see on this video, I am going to put a link down below in the description if you are interested in any of these. I'm not sponsored by any of these guys. I just felt like, you know, sharing the glory of and everything that Indiana has to offer towards attractions that people like seeing all the time. And with that said, let's get right to our number 7 one. And here we are at number 7. We got one of our older towns, Fort Wayne. A lot of people's heard of Fort Wayne. And they are known as the Renaissance area for multiple reasons. They have a field there if you like sports or baseball. They have an award-winning park over there that's been helping revitalize the whole surrounding town. And they have gotten so many awards for being the cleanest, most nicest, and most respectful place that you could go to see games, or just to have tours or something that go on through the day. And if you're not interested in that, there's other ways you can see Fort Wayne. From anywhere from renting kayaks, bikes, segways, pretty much about anything else you can think of renting to see the place. They have a little stream thing that runs through everything that you can use the canoes or any of those to float around and see everything. And if you are a candy lover, well, you're in luck. They have one of the best ranked chocolate places there if you like chocolate. If not, well, they got other things you can do. Like, for instance, there's a restaurant there that has 5 stars. It's outstanding, and it will knock the shoes off your feet, so to speak. And they make really good food. It is small portions, so don't expect something super huge. It is going to be a higher class looking dining experience. But it is one of our older towns, so if you are interested in those restaurants, there is one called Talon. I'm pretty sure I got that right. That's the one that is a high class restaurant with really fine food. Price is a little up there. Or you got the brand Fine Chocolate Factory or Company. They have really good candies. They're known throughout Indiana for their chocolate there. So, with all that being said, that is a short description of it. Let's move to number 6. Number 6. This is for fan lovers of football, or like the Indianapolis Colts from their victory wins. I think there was 2 years in a row for the Super Bowl. You can get 2-hour tours, if not more, over at the Lucas Stadium. And it's said that you really got to get your tickets and everything way ahead of time because they're usually sold out for those periods. So if you're thinking about doing that, that's something that interests you. That is in Indianapolis, Indiana, and they give tours pretty much almost around the clock over there. for anyone interested in football or the Colts or anything like that. I don't really have much else to say on that one. So, with all due said, let's move to number 5. And at number 5, we got Santa Claus, Indiana, also known as Holiday World and Splash and Safari. That's their main area. It's a great park for families who want to just enjoy the whole day, get away from everything, you know, enjoy some rides, roller coasters, or water slides. And with that, I mean, they have tons of colorful rides. All their stuff is brightly colored. You're not going to miss it very easily. But also, on the other hand, besides the rides, they have like a museum there for kids that wrote letters to Santa Claus. They put them up and display in there, which I think is kind of cute, and I like that one. And adults that are watching this, the good thing about Holiday World is there's free parking, there's free soda, and there's free sunblock, so you can enjoy your whole day over there. But if you get hungry and stuff while you're over there, you might want to bring a little extra so that you can buy food and everything for your family. But it is one of the highest ranking water parks in Indiana, so I suggest checking that one out. But if that's not exactly what you're looking for, maybe you've been there before, then feel free to enjoy Lincoln's Boyhood sites. They're really well known down there as well, and they have like tours and stuff of these different areas as well. And also, other than just the Abraham Lincoln childhood sites and everything that you can see, you can even go and rent a canoe, take a nice cruise on the Blue River, or tour Marengo Cave, which is also really popular for people around here. And if you like canoeing, like just spending long days on a stretch of river where you can just pull to the side, go swimming or anything, refresh yourself from the day, I suggest doing this. I've heard a lot of great things about it. I have not done it personally myself, but I'm really considering it. There's a lot of people that tell me I should go and canoe and check out this cave. So if that interests you, like I said on the first one, I will be putting links down in the description of everything on this list if you're interested. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, so just if you really want to check them out. And with that said, let's go ahead and move to number 4. And at number 4, we have another beautiful place in Fishers, Indiana. It's called Connor's Prairie. It is an 800-acre, like, anything you can think of to do place. That's the place to do it, pretty much. There's people who dress in costume to interpret all the things that happened back in the day, all the way back to 1836, 1889, 1858, whatever it was. They go through and they interpret all these things, kind of like a Pioneer Days if you ever been to one. But I heard they're really good with everything. They have like wood forts and everything that you can climb on, walk on, enjoy family life with. And the cool thing about that is they do all this in an 1836 town. It's a town that they're just reliving everything. It's like being there in that present time and all that stuff. I can't really say anything about how good your cell phones work or anything over there, but I heard it's really worth the travel there for families, and they have activities for the whole family. I've been trying to get more information on it because I'm actually more interested in that and might have to see it at some point. But if that doesn't interest you, you can take a trip 350 feet above the grass and the 800 acres and everything, in an old 1859 balloon that was created back in the day. They take you up, they show you places, point out things you can do to kind of get a bird's eye view of the place, which I think is really cool. I don't see very many places that really do that or use like the antique or older day stuff for that. So that's really, really, really cool. And they serve farm fresh vegetables, meats, all that stuff, so you can also get filled up really good on that. They got craft drinks that they just make there, if you're also interested in that. But with that being said, let's move to number 3. And so at number 3, we get to French Lick Resort. Remember, the spirit of Jasper travels there now. But this part is just for French Lick Resort. It's a really awesome place. They're partnered with their sister, which is West Bradenton Springs, or West Braden Springs, and they both were completely restored around 1902, so they're really cool. And the French Lick Resort is like 100-foot tall, domed, freaking pristine, crown-looking place. Like, it looks like royalty there. I've seen pictures, I drove by it a couple of times. It literally looks like a giant-ass castle. It's really cool. And when you're there at the resort, they both have access to hot springs. They got golf courses, they got bowling, they got just tons of activities that you can fill your time with. There's also nearby places, like with the Spirit of Jasper, they have canoeing and all that stuff that you can do while you're over there. And I believe they just recently added a casino in it. Don't quote me on it, I'm not exactly sure, but I heard about it. But also they have, just like when we're talking about the Renaissance of Fort Wayne, you can rent bikes and segways and stuff to get around from point A to point B. They have multiple pools, multiple spas that you can enjoy with your family, without your family. You know, maybe just to get away from the kids for a weekend. It's a really good place to go. Another really cool thing with it is every day they have historical tours of both properties that kind of give you the history behind it, who came up with the idea, who built it, who made it possible, and they'll tell you which things are still the restored values from 1902, which would be really cool because there's a lot of preservation. I think that's the word I'm thinking of, preservation. They preserved a lot of shit in there. So if you're interested in that, that's another really cool place to go. I've seen tons of reviews on it. I've heard people about how they went there, how they loved it for the whole family, and they pretty much describe it as a home away from home. They can be themselves, they had a blast. So if you're really interested in that one, hey, like before, link will be down in the description so you can check out more stuff on it. And with that being said, time for number 2. And for number 2, we now have the White River State Park, which is also in Indianapolis, Indiana. So if you want to check out the Lucas Stadium and check this park out afterwards, it's well worth it. At White River State Park, they have tons of custom greenery that they just fixed. They fixed all the pavement, they have fountains, and it runs right through the town. It's really cool. It goes under roads, it goes under streets. You can get paddle boats rentals so that you can paddle around, check out everything. But on the other hand, they also have bike rentals and everything if you want to stay on the concrete that goes around. They have really good restaurants along the river, and it's really good. And the good thing is at least 2 or 3 of those restaurants is always across the river from the green grass area. I don't know how to explain exactly, but where they set stages up and everything. There's live music and everything. That sounds like great and fun and everything. Or if you want a more romantic approach, got you on that one. You know, I'm trying to think if they're called like a conduit or whatever, the old like French guys, you know, on the end with the paddles and whatever they sing. But it's really cool. They have those going up and down the canal as well. It's well worth those as well. And at night it's well lit so you can see everything, still enjoy everything. And it's altogether a really awesome place to enjoy. And if that is kind of the taste and you want to wrap other things into that day, they also have about 2-3 museums that are connected to that river that you can see. They have like the arts museum. They have, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, they have the children's museum attached to it as well. So there's plenty of stuff to do around that area, enough to occupy like your whole day. They have theaters around the area. I want to say the zoo isn't too far from there if you want to check that one out. And that's a pretty good area. I've been there quite a few times. I have not since I've started recording stuff, but I've been there multiple times. It's a really pretty place, and if you like Pokemon Go, well, they have a lot of water Pokemon over there. That's the times I went quite often, is when I was playing Pokemon Go, trying to capture, tons of Magikarp to hopefully get a Gyarados, And it just kind of opens up different things, opens up stuff, makes you feel relaxed for the day. Just enjoy the serene sound of the river just flowing through the town. And it's actually pretty peaceful down there. You don't really hear the cars and stuff too often unless you're closer to the road. But with all that being said, let's bring up the grand number 1. And at number 1, another place I like to talk about. I haven't been there personally, but I've heard tons of stories and I really want to go. The Indiana Dunes State Park. It's a beautiful place. It's like a 15-mile stretch right on the Lake Michigan. Up there, it's beautiful. It gives you that feel of being at the ocean without being at the ocean. And they have a lot of cool stuff to see over there. They have lighthouses that date back really, really far back. So if you like that type of stuff, check out the lighthouses or just make it a beach day. Bring your swim trunks, maybe some drinks or sunblock, and just enjoy the waves crashing on the shore or go out and go swimming a little bit. Either way is really fun. But if you're not looking for a relaxing day or you want to mix it up a bit, they also have hiking in that area, so don't forget to pack your hiking stuff too. They have trails that stretch the whole park, the whole 15 miles that go out. And they have dunes that reach up to like 200-300 feet above the water level, which is really cool. And a lot of fun for the family, entertainment. If you like outdoor stuff, it's definitely for you. And they also have you covered food stuff. There is affordable lodging around if you want to make it a weekend trip or be there for longer than just a day. There's a lot of history that goes into the place for any history buffs. Anywhere from people that's died there and haunted experiences or anything. Or if you just want to know how long it's been there and how long they've preserved it and how they keep it up the way they do. And then as I was saying with the food thing, they have anywhere from thin crust pizza, they got pot roast, they got trout, pretty much about anything that could fancy your taste buds and make you feel really good for that day. Well, that would be our number 1. That number 1 that's confusing. That would be our number 1 spot that a lot of people visit. I mean, it's way up north, almost by Michigan. It's a beautiful place though. And that wraps up our countdown of the top 8 tourist attractions that a lot of people go to here in Indiana. I do want to say though, before I end this video, is that I'm sorry that we didn't have a location today or any traveling today. I don't know if you can tell with back behind me and everything, or right here, whatever. We've been painting and getting stuff fixed up, so hopefully have a recording room when I'm at home. I don't know, but I still wanted to bring you guys a video, keep you updated with what was up, even though it wasn't the casual vlog. But next week, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a travel video. We have some places that we want to go see, and I think we're gonna make that possibility next week. So if you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe. I might do more of these. Let me know what you guys think of these, if they entertain you, if you want me to change up, like, more vlogs, don't do countdowns, whatever. So let me know. We try to keep in contact with our subscribers, likes, followers, whatever. But also don't forget, if you want, you can follow us on social media. I'll have that down below as well. So until next time, until the next video, safe travels everyone.